because as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Damn, damn, damn. This is kind of strange. It's feeling kind of strange to me. Because I'm getting used to this shizzle. I'm getting used to this shiznix. I know what to press most often than not. I know which buttons to press. And I know the sequence. I know the sequences. I know what the sequences of events. I'm getting used to this shiznix. It's kind of weird when you start getting used to something that used to be so complicated. And let's not get it twisted. I will always run into complications. But we must overcome. We can and we will overcome any obstacle. As Wilder would say, and Deontay would say, any object formed against me shall be crushed. You have been warned. Okay, so yeah, feels good. Feels good to be getting with the program, getting used to the buttons, knowing what buttons to press, when to press them, in what sequence to press them. Okay, you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. Let me see. Is it? Can I get a sound check with Rafi? Yes. We are live and in full effect. Okay, let's have a look what's going on before we head to where we're heading. I forgot to put Canelo and BJS in the title, but they feature in this thing too. Monique is in the building. Good evening to you, Monique Thompson. And whatever time it is, wherever you are, good day. Good day to you. Cal L up in the building. Who else we got? Heinrich Smith. We got Germany. Germany in the building. Yes. We got the South. King of the South, AD in the building. The poison dwarf, the poison midget, the poison corgi, the poison smurf is up to his old tricks again. What we got here? We got Pablo Diablo up in the building. Damn. We got Kieran Betts. Ain't seen Kieran Betts around these parts in a while. But I know he frequents the area. Pablo, smash that like button, folks. Yes. Red glove militant, bright and early. The boxing fan is up in here. Australia and New Zealand representing. Well, it needs to fire that pom-pom girl. Yes, man, JD's, and hire a real technical coach. Well, have you heard the word about Deontay Wilder and George Foreman? Yeah, have you heard the word? Well, we're going to be talking about the word. Very, very shortly. But as you know how we do, I like to start off with a warm-in video. And that we shall do. We're not really going to be talking about Glovegate because I did an earlier live earlier today about Glovegate. So if you want, after this show, go ahead and check out the morning show. I did an experimental morning show and it went very, very well. It was only to really do the one topic, the one thing, talk about the gloves, but people populated the area and I stuck around and gave them a full show. That was this morning before work, bright and early. Went very, very well. But right about now, we're going to head straight into the warm-in video as people populate the area. Okay, so let me do the selection. Start that, cue that. Okay, so we are heading now into the warm-in video, after which we're going to get stuck in Leighton. Evelyn is up in the building. What did Heinrich say? Didn't hear it yet? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Heinrich. What didn't you hear? What did you not hear? Okay, so let me share this with you. Uh-oh, almost forgot. Let me put the link in the chat. Copy. Boom, boom, boom. And there it is. Okay, so let me share my screen. And let's go to the warm-in video. Oh. Let's make this thing. Oh, first of all, let's ease off with the music. Let's get this screen large. And let us commence with the warm-in video.
You're going to put the glove on. This glove is different in so much as that it has a Velcro fastener, although the Velcro has faded, no longer functioning. The allegation was that Tyson Fury had his hand in the wrist part, in the section for the wrist. The allegation was that Tyson Fury somehow, this is my wrist. Now the allegation was, as I understand it, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, that Tyson Fury somehow managed to pull his hand out of the glove and form a fist in the wrist area. That, my friends, is impossible. It is impossible. Look how slim the wrist is. Look how slim the wrist is in comparison to the glove. The wrist. So the allegation is that Tyson Fury somehow managed to form a fist in this area of the glove, which you can see is very slim, very slender. That is impossible. Impossible. I'm going to try again. It's true. Let's do this on camera. I'm going to try again. Trying to get the fist in the wrist. No, my friends, no. That's the hand going in the glove. That's the hand in the glove. Now they're trying to say that a man could fit a fist in the wrist. All the fingers are scrunched up in an area where a wrist, they're saying there was a fist. Now I'm pulling the hand out and I'm forming a fist. And that, my friends, will not fit in the wrist. And that, my friends, is the evidence that you can't do it. It can't be done. What was being alleged simply cannot be done. Can't do it. Marla up in the building. What's you got, Reverend? How you doing, mate? Good, man. Yeah, so fitting a fist in the wrist. I just attempted to do it, and it was not possible to do it, Marley. It was not possible for me to do.
Or even just picturing it, you've got your fist with the rest of the glove all empty and floppy, flapping around, like that's going to help you knock someone out. I mean, it's just pathetic, man. I've never seen someone clutch so deep for an excuse for losing.
Mad.
It's pathetic. He's just embarrassing himself, and his fans are embarrassing themselves.
Yeah, the fist in the wrist. Granted, that was not a Deontay Wilder-ism. He didn't come up with that one.
No, that was his fans.
That was his supporters who came up with the fist in the wrist thing. I mean, I think that might even be too ludicrous for Deontay. He's 34 years of age now, and so you have to wonder, how long does he really intend to stick around after this? I don't think it's long. I could see Deontay Wilder retiring after this.
Oh, definitely. That's what I mean. He's 34. How much can he learn now at this point in his career? It's just, I think if he loses, especially if he gets stopped again.
Yeah.
If he loses and he gets stopped, I think that'll be it.
Oh, if he loses on points, I mean that's one thing. But I'm talking about stoppage. If he gets handled again the way he got handled, then I'm very, very sorry. I am very, very sorry. I think I can easily see Deontay Wilder just packing it in, buying a caravan and driving to Hollywood.
Yeah. I think Resclot says Fury fans took Wilder's loss personal. That's the big problem.
I think that anybody who beat him, they'd have taken it back, because he's supposed to be their Superman. He was supposed to be the LDBC Superman. Have they taken it worse because it was Fury that beat him, or would they have taken it worse if Joshua beat him?
I think Joshua, it would be horrific for them. For some of them, it would be terrible for them.
There would be an increased rate of if it was Joshua.
Man, their obsession with Joshua is unreal. It's like they were saying, Fury kicked Wilder's ass, but you heard the Wilder fans saying, well, he didn't lose to AJ. He still would have beat AJ if they'd fought. It's like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think I have to disagree with Rascal on that one. I think AJ would have, if AJ had beat Wilder. It can't happen now because Fury's already done it. But if AJ had beat Wilder first, OMG, people might really genuinely have shut down their channels. They might genuinely have shut down their channels. I don't know. There's something about AJ that really that really rankles them.
I think it's jealousy. Jealousy.
Because Joshua came along and just did what he did and how he did it. And you had Wilder over there basically lolling around, you know what I'm saying? Effectively, in comparison to Joshua, I mean, Wilder was just messing around. Wilder was just messing around when you compare what he was doing in comparison, which we are going to do, incidentally. When you compare what Joshua did, how he did it, in the time frame in which he did it, I think with a different narrative, they could have said, yeah, there's a young guy, there's a young guy over there in the UK. You got to watch out for. Look out for him. He's good. You know what I'm saying? He's perhaps not the most fluid and the most polished boxer you ever saw, but he's damn good. Look out for him. He's gonna do some big things. If that was their narrative, it would be totally different. But they created a whole different narrative. If they had come out and said, "Hey guys, there's this guy over there in the UK, Olympic gold medalist, is doing some big things. Keep a lookout for him. Keep a lookout for him. We're expecting things out of this guy out of the UK. Keep a lookout for him. He goes by the name of Anthony Joshua." If that happened, that would have been a whole different narrative, Marla.
Yeah, they've hated on him for so long. They just, it's sad, man. They could have still had a rivalry there, but a respectful one.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, like Riddick Bowe and Evander, there was a respect there.
Yeah.
Very fierce rivalry, 3 fights, but there was respect, and you just don't see that between AJ and Deontay, man. It's a real foul rivalry, man. It's like, man,
it's terrible. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. So sad. It's the sad situation.
Whoops. Stop sharing that. Damn. What happened? What happened? Help. 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 Full of joys, full of surprises. Okay, we're good now. We're good now. Let me turn this shizzle down. 1 2 1 2. Okay. It's live. Okay. Where are we? Let me get back into the correct screen. We are here. We are here. Let me put the link in the chat so we can get this thing popping. Okay, it's populating. Where are we? What do I see? Okay, I should have seen something else in there too. Where are we? Okay, something I should be seeing, but I'm not seeing yet, but I just set it up today, but that's okay. That's entirely okay. Okay, so where are we? Am I ready for FaceTime? I'll put the link in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. What's the FaceTime looking like? Okay, yeah, this is acceptable. This is acceptable. Okay, so let me get some more. Let me get another device on the case, and then we go in. Let's go in. Boom. Boom. Okay, let that do its thing. Damn, let me kill the volume on that before it gets crazy. Okay. Boom. All right, we're good. We're in good shape. Okay, so now where are we gonna start? Let's start by acknowledging. Let's do a roll call. Let's do the second roll call. So from the first roll call, who else is coming? Okay, Heinrich's still there. Leighton Evelyn is in the building. I haven't seen Leighton around in a while. What's going on, Leighton? Thought you'd gone AWOL. What's going on? Are you talking about the George Foreman thing? Okay, well, that's good because that's coming up early in the chat. We got a lot of chat about the weekend cards, a lot of heavyweight action going down. What the hell is this on the other screen? Get out of here. There we are. That's better. Okay, so smash that like button. Yes, indeed. I hope I live long and prosperous and healthy. Health is the number one thing. Looking forward to this one. Absolutement. Likewise. I'm playing around with my settings. I got some more playing around to do after the show. Some new developments coming. Keep them peeled. These wildcats are getting ridiculous, bro. You lost now. Man up. Man down. That's the penguin laugh. The king is down. The king is down. The king is in fine spirits. Fine spirits. I don't think so. I don't think so. Louis the 14th. Damn. Damn. Dang. Dang. He gets dispatched by both Joshua and White. Damn. Chat's moving fast. So I'm going to have to get into the first topic very, very quickly. Wilder would be so destructive if he knew how to box. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Well, if George Foreman, Heinrich Schmidt says now Wilder will look even more stupid when he loses the first fight. But if it's true that he's going to work with George Foreman, I'm not saying it is true. I got some news for you on that coming up very shortly. LBVC are giving out medals to loyal Wilder supporter. They should be giving out free government cheese. Feed the people. Damn it. Feed the people, damn it. All night long. Yes, it's going well. The king, the last king of Scotland, is up in the building. What's going on? Health before wealth every time. That's why Wilder shouldn't be taking the rematch so quickly. Damn. Yep, link is in the chat. Heinrich Schmitz with the jokes. Wilder's corner can't give him boxing advice because he can't box. Oh my gosh. OMG. Oh dear. It ain't all Americans. It ain't all Americans. All the good Americans come over here to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That includes Don ZB because he has the calcium deposits, the gonads, the stones. Unlike much of the LDBC who were too shook to come and mix it up over here at Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Now, why that is, I just don't know. I don't know why they're too scared. They're shook. 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 Yeah, till this day. Yeah, Red Glove Militant. Man like Red Glove Militant, Ross Clark. Yeah. There's good Americans over here. Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Letting Evelyn ask Ralph, have you seen that Fred is going to the Nevada Commission to complain? I think he's already done it. He's already done it. I haven't seen his. I haven't seen the footage. I don't think they let him take his phone. I don't think they let him take his phone into the meeting, the hearing. Raphael Dawkins, Raphael in chat. I'm not home. I'll catch the playback. Yes, yes, yes. Lisa Bayliss. Where we at? Where we at? Okay. Fred is an imbecile. Yeah, Fred, come see me, Fred. Let's chop it up, bro. You know I'm polite. I'm nice and polite. Let's come and chop it up. The poison dwarf. We know who the poison dwarf is. The poison corgi. The poison smurf. He won't come. You know, he promised that he'd come one time. I was on his show, and he said, yeah, Raphael, I'll with you. I'll with you. Yeah, I'll come on with you and show. I should get that clip. Before he deletes it. You know what I'm saying? I like to hold a man to his word. A man gives me his word. I like to hold a man to his word. So BFTB, the poison corgi. You know what's up? BH is a USA guy. Feels perfectly at home in here. Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Compound. Yes. It's always good to have you. Okay, so Playback gang. Playback gang. Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do? Playback gang. What we're going to do now, the first thing we're going to do before we get into the topics is one thing I have to clear up. There is one thing I have to clear up about Glovegate. It's only going to take a couple of minutes. I've already done it this morning. Said I wasn't going to do it this evening. But there is one thing I have to clear up that I haven't cleared up previously. Let's kill the volume on that so we can get into this. Where we at? Okay. Where's the gloves? Right. Okay. So let me deal with this right here. Just going to clear this up in a matter of seconds. Okay. So, yeah, we're good. Monique is here still. All right. Okay. So, boom. I'm gonna debunk something right now. It's the last thing I need to debunk. There we go. Okay. So, I wonder if I could have that in the corner of the screen. I wonder if I could have that in the corner of the screen. What's going on here? Move it along. Okay, so there we see, here we're going to see Tyson Fury's technique with the left hand. Most of the problems which have occurred are with the left glove. Most of the suspicion is around the left glove. Now, let me pause that because I just saw something very, very interesting there. Okay, let me pause that. So you see the glove is, what the hell? Don't go small, stay large. So you see the glove there is, okay, right there. Okay, so you see the glove is all the way up on the wrist. Monique says she ain't going nowhere. She's staying. Okay, the glove is all the way up on the wrist. And we see the floppy glove. All the way up on the wrist. So right here, we disprove one of the number one, we disprove the number one complaint, the number one conspiracy theory, that the glove can only flap if it's on the end of, if you let's kill this now. Okay. Unfortunately, there are some people overseas who think, some, not all, who think that for the glove to flap as it's flapping, the fist needs to be up in the wrist. So you got an empty glove up top and you're punching on the inside, so your fist is over here. No. As we see here, the glove is all the way up on the wrist. But we're still getting that floppy. Call it what you will. You say floppy, I say floppy. There we go. The glove all the way up on the wrist. So basic common sense. Floppy. So basic common sense all the way up on the wrist. What do you want it to his elbow? Okay. So basic common sense should tell you. Unfortunately, a lot of this whole thing started in non-boxing forums, platforms, videos, channels. It all started on non-boxing channels. Now, why is that appearing? I don't know why that's appearing for. Get out of here. Now, if all the way up on the wrist. Now, if, yeah, exactamundo, Pablo Diablo. said Ali did some fix like that. Very, very true. Okay, now, do I come out to that? Yeah, I think I do. Come out to that and stop sharing. Now, okay. I will reenact. Which glove is this? Okay, it's a left glove. Maybe I should do it with the left glove. Maybe I should do it with the left glove. Take the watch off. And we're gonna do this with the left glove. Okay. So the glove is all the way up on the wrist. Here is my elbow. That's the point of the elbow. If I go any further down, there we go. That's the tricep. So this is the forearm, which shows the glove is all the way up on the wrist. Now I don't know which angle I need. I don't know which angle I need to show the floppy. Looking for the angle. Okay, right. So I'm going to do it in slow motion. So it's a flopping motion. You extend the hand and you flop. You flip, flop, flip, flop. I suppose I should do it to the camera. There's the floppy wrist. Trying to get all angles here. Here's the floppy wrist. So that's the action. That's the flop. Okay? As you see the palm. You see the palm of the wrist. I'm doing this so it's foolproof. There's the palm. And I'm fingering the hole in the glove. Okay? And there is the palm. Here is the wrist. Here is the elbow. Point of the elbow. Wrist. Palm. The hand is all the way up. The glove is the thumb. There we are. Now we're moving the thumb. We're moving the thumb. The glove is in, and the motion you see from Tyson Fury is a flipping motion, flopping motion. Okay? There we are. That's the flopping motion. The hand extends out, and at the end, there we go. There we go. That's the floppy wrist. That's the floppy wrist. The floppy wrist. No cut, no editing. And we're going to take the glove off and prove that the hand was fully in the glove at all time. No edits. This is real time. Squeeze. Get the hand out. Bam. Okay. So, once and for all, I hope that's been an ample, clear demonstration of how the thing works. Where are we? What's been said? What's going on? Yo, what's going on? Is that right? How many people in here? Oh, no, you got to refresh your... Leighton Evelyn, you got to refresh your YouTube. When you refresh your YouTube, we see we're up to 15. Thank you for everybody for doing the duty. Doing the duty. OMG. OMG. Nah, let's get it straight. Fury, in our eyes, won the fight. Yeah, the first fight. But in the judge's eye, it was a draw. Now, Javon Sugar Hill won decisively. Clearly had schooled Tyson into winning the second fight. So, you know, if there's trainer of the year award going, then for sure you have to look at putting Sugar Hill Stewart up in there. Okay, so Ben deserves all the ring girls. Heinrich, this is a family show. This is a family show. How could you? Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But then Ben didn't make the attack mode, though. That's true. That's true. Heinrich the German knows the word toughs, tough types. That's pretty impressive, Heinrich. Fairly impressive. OMG. OMG. Okay, so yeah, link once again in the chat. So once again, you are joined by Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That's the channel. Name of the show is Boxing Talk with Rafi. You learned that word yesterday? Yeah, and I was born yesterday. Okay, Heinrich. Cool. Okay, so we got that out of the way. I think I've thoroughly covered Glovegate. Link is in the chat once again. So now let's get into our topic sheet. Let's do this. Where are we? Before we go looking at the weekend's boxing shows, let's touch on what is this? Okay, let's touch on that. Let's get that over here. What is that over there? All right, that's good. I'm kind of distracted. Slightly distracted, but that's okay. Let's move this well out of the way and get in and on with the show. Okay. Let me share. Badly, very, very badly. I'm only young Fury. That is funny. Let's share this thing. Boom, 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 boom. That's not it. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so Deontay Wilder responds to George Foreman's offer to train him for the Tyson Fury rematch. Okay, so I heard yesterday, I heard the word that Deontay Wilder had accepted George Foreman's offer to train him, and I was very surprised. Didn't report on it because I was very surprised and I wanted to verify the story for myself. Because I thought he was kind of slim shady because, Deontay Wilder's a stubborn kind of fella. So I thought, I don't know about this. And he keeps his circle very, very closed. It's a close circle. So I thought, how is Deontay Wilder changing the habit of a lifetime by allowing a relative stranger to him, I would imagine, to come into a circle which he keeps very, very close and tight. So I didn't believe it. So I thought, let me get some verification before I put the information out on the channel, Raphael Dawkins Radio. I'm very careful about what information I put out because I don't want no bogus stuff. I try never to report on no bogus stuff. I always seek verification from reliable sources. Okay, so let's get into this article, shall we? Okay, so Deontay Wilder has reportedly, I don't know if you can see that clearly, reportedly agreed to seek advice from George Foreman ahead of his rematch, his trilogy. It's a second rematch, a trilogy fight with Tyson Fury this summer. Okay, so the Bronze Bomber suffered. Yeah, we know what he suffered. We know what he suffered. He suffered from a heavy costume earlier on this month, or the end of last month, the 22nd of the month, actually, 22nd of February. Yeah, so The Bronze Bomber. Okay, so Wilder struggled to land the glove on Fury. Yeah, he did. On a Fury, a Gypsy King who was dominant for the entire fight before the Bronze Bomber's trainer, Mark Breland, ex-Olympian, two-time champion, threw in the towel to stop the contest. After the fight, Foreman, a two-time world heavyweight champion himself, and Olympic gold. You see, that's something we forget about George. I kind of totally forgot that he was an Olympic gold medalist himself. An Olympic gold medalist himself admitted he was keen to help Wilder and insisted he knew how to improve the 34-year-old. Okay. George Foreman said, I can take Wilder back with me to where I was. Take him back to the boxer he ought to be. I know I can take him there, said George Foreman. In those weeks, we're not talking about days, talking about weeks. In those weeks, I can show him how to do it, and then it belongs to him. He will be able to keep himself up from that point, and no one will ever again be able to take his legs. According to the Boxing Voice host, Mr. Nescafe claims to have messaged Wilder about Foreman's proposal. The Bronze Bomber allegedly confirmed he is planning to meet with the former heavyweight champion. Last week, Wilder confirmed he will keep his longtime trainer, Mark Breland, on his team for the rematch against Fury, despite heavily criticizing him for his decision to throw in the towel, which put an end to the rematch. Breland has been Wilder's trainer throughout his entire professional career, which began in 2008. Foreman, meanwhile, ended his career in 1997 with a record of 76 wins, 5 losses, while he fought his final fight at the age of 48. Very interesting. Very interesting. There we have it. Foreman and Wilder. Okay, let me stop sharing that and get back into the chat. See how people feel about that shizzle. Okay, so where are we? Let's bring the beats back. Okay. Right, so. The next time you're going to see a different Huey Fury, that's always the chant. He's always the same. Okay. Huey Fury's already got his coronavirus excuse lined up. Okay, so Leighton Evelyn says, what's George going to bring? Yeah, well, George is going to bring experience. And George also had a very, very impressive jab. I mean, regardless of his shortcomings, he had an impressive jab, and I reckon he moved better than Wilder. So what George is going to bring is an upgrade. Better basic fundamentals. That's the first thing that Wilder needs. Better basic fundamentals. He also needs to be talking. He also needs to have somebody he respects in his corner, because clearly you don't respect Breland. He has made that abundantly clear. You don't respect Breland. So, rightly or wrongly, you don't respect him. So, a 2-time Olympic champion already tried. Damn. Yeah, so that's what Foreman's going to bring. He's going to bring some experience and good fundamentals. George is underrated, in my opinion. George won't get through to this hillbilly. Oh dear, that is my concern. Yeah. Somebody cracked the joke over here, the Canada Goose joke over here. And then the next day I saw what's his name? Yeah, I saw him do the video. I should have done the video. Why didn't I do the video? I just accepted it as a joke. Next man does a video. Good idea. Oh dear, comment there about Mr. Nescafe. Okay, Aaron Mason up in the building. How do you do? Yeah, some people doubting Nescafe. I think he did send a text, and I think he got a return text. But the thing is, like I said before, that Wilder boy, he keeps his circle very, very tight. I suspect it's because he's concerned. He's concerned. He don't want other trainers to see how lacking he is in the fundamentals. The funny thing is, I think the Wilder's actually regressed. I think the dude is actually regressed in ability-wise. Because at one time he was showing great promise. He looked like he was putting things together. And he looked like he was getting his fundamentals in order. And then, but with the Luis Ortiz 2 fight, I mean, you couldn't really tell nothing from the Brazil fight. Couldn't really assess nothing from that. But then came the Brazil, then came the Ortiz 2 fight. And that was interesting. That was very interesting because Wilder did barely nothing but move around the ring. Barely nothing but move around. And I must confess, I thought to myself, well, damn, he's a sniper now. He's a cold-blooded sniper now. He's preserving all that energy and just looking for the kill shot. So that was on the one hand. On the other hand, I had to say to myself, well, hold on. When he fights a boxer, he could be in trouble if he's gonna try that chilled out, laid back style. That laid back style. That laid back style, he could get him in a lot of trouble. He could get in a lot of trouble by that laid back style. George is a great puncher. Totally different style from Wilder. And can't see him improving Wilder much. Well, somebody's got to have a go. Somebody's got to have a go. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. Yeah, that's the thing. I think George is underrated. Say what you will. Now all the Wilder boy keeps his circle wild. Yeah, the yes men. How is Breezel? Damn, I ain't seen hide or hair of him. I ain't heard diddly squat about Breezel since he got flatlined. And a very, very poor showing on his part. Yeah, I don't think he could get much worse than he did in that fight. That was a very... Damn, he looked on wobbly legs from the first round. Let's face it. I might watch that fight again tonight. The yes men ain't helping. The yes men don't help none. Don't help none at all. Where am I going with this? So we've just chopped up Foreman potentially helping Deontay Wilder. Personally, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay, so next thing. As a matter of fact, let's come back to the Wilder stuff later. Fury, Wilder stuff later. But I want to get into some news about upcoming fights. So let's do that now. Come back to the Fury Wilder saga later. Okay, so if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Anybody who hasn't checked that video out, go and check that video, support the videos, and let's blow this baby up. When I say baby, I mean thing. Okay, so let me get rid of that banner or that screen. Okay, why am I not visible? Okay, there we are. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares. It is the hitting that bell icon. And don't forget about the Twitter. Okay. Wilder's always been susceptible to the overhand right. If they don't sort that, he's done. Highly susceptible, especially when he's on the back foot. If the costume's too tight, you're going home tonight. Minus the belt. Let's get Raf on the road, says Pablo Diablo. Hit that hit that PayPal button. However, I will be introducing super chats. So for those people who don't have PayPal, you'll be able to donate in the tip jar and Twitter as well. Absolutely. Monique is one that follows me on Twitter. So people who don't have PayPal, you'll be able to have a click on the super chats. That will be introduced as of the next show. So that'll make it easier for those who don't have PayPal to donate. But in the meantime, anyway, let's get straight over to, and for those who have donated, much thanks. We got man like Scotty70 who's donated. We got man like D-Bro who has donated. Man like Pablo Diablo has donated. Those I'm mentioning people who are in the chat right now, and many more, and much appreciation goes out to you. Thank you very much. PayPal button is in the description box. The excuses have been bad. For the second fight, what's it going to be like if he gets done again? That it will be fascinating. Rumor has that the WBC is making it mandatory that Wilder enters the ring in a mankini. Don't be surprised to see Wilder entering the ring in the mankini. If weight is an issue, then perish the thought. Okay, so that's chopped up. Let's move over. Let's talk now about some of the upcoming fights. Where are we? Let's talk about some of the upcoming fights before we get back to the Fury Wilder saga. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So F.A. Ajagba versus Rabjan Kujanu face off at the final presser. So undefeated Polish star and Brooklyn native Adam Kownacki and Robert Helenius went face to face on Thursday at the final press conference before they meet in a WBA heavyweight title eliminator headlining on Fox PBC Fight Night and on Fox Deportees this Saturday, March the 7th, from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Okay, also squaring off at the press conference were heavyweight sensation F.A. Ajagba and Razvan Kujanu, who battle in the co-main event. Rising heavyweight Frank Sanchez and Joey Dwayko are also fighting on that night. They open the heavyweight action at 8 p.m. Eastern time. 8 p.m. What time is that over here? That's Eastern. So what's that? That's 1 a.m. over here. Yeah, it looks like 1 a.m. over here. I might cover that fight. Okay, so tickets for the events, which is promoted by TGB Promotions, are on sale now. I don't think anybody over here is buying them. But for the Americans, anybody over there on the West Coast, you can purchase a ticket at Ticketmaster.com and BarclaysCenter.com. Tickets are also available on purchase now at the American Express box office at the Barclays Center. Okay. This guy's mouth's twisted like he's had a stroke. What the hell's going on? Has this guy had a stroke? Kownacki? I don't know. Oh, his mouth looks straight there. Maybe not. Okay, so that's the information on that fight happening at the Barclays Center, Brooklyn. Card opens at 8 p.m. over there. That's 1 a.m. over here. I might cover that fight. I might cover that one. What are we saying? What are we saying now? What's going on over here? Yeah, I might get Patreon sometime along the way. In the meantime, we got PayPal. By the next show, we'll have super chats. I'm going to enable super chats. So that'll be 2 forms of contributing. And of course, I will look to extend that to make it accessible for all who wish to donate. Okay, so where are we? Get Patreon. Okay. I will look into that. Okay, what's going on here? Cal L, I'm late, but here. Peace to all. Peace to you, Cal L. Yes, indeed. I hear your messages, guys. I hear your messages. Kownacki got blitzed by Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois took him. Daniel Dubois took care of him. Just looking down now at Daniel Dubois' resume. Let's share that screen. Let me bring this closer and share. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there we have it. Razvan Kownacki. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in Daniel Dubois' 10th fight took place on, what is that? March the 8th, 2019. March the 8th last year. What is it? Like this time last year, almost exactly a year ago. Daniel Dubois dispatched Razvan Kownacki at the Royal Albert Hall, Kensington, to acquire the vacant WBO European heavyweight title via KO. Okay, it was a heavyweight contest. He was supposed to go for 10 rounds. But as you see here, won by KO. Daniel Dubois took care of Kownacki in 2 rounds. So, yeah. So what is FA? What is FA going to do? Daniel Dubois did it in 2. And where are we? Daniel Dubois did it in 2. Of course, we know that Daniel Dubois has Joe Joyce, has the Joe Joyce fight coming up on the 11th of April, 2020. For the vacant EBU, European heavyweight title. Okay. So let's come out to that and see what's happening over here in the chat. I wouldn't rely on PayPal. I've seen some YouTubers get their PayPal shut down. Why would they get their PayPal shut down? Yeah, I'm not going to rely on PayPal because I got the super chats coming, but I'm just curious. Why would they get their PayPal shut down? I'm curious. That's curious to me. F.A. Ajagba will be the next Wilder for the LDBC. The next Wilder. Damn. I don't know. He's African. I don't know. Them guys like homegrown product. Them guys like homegrown product. Yeah, it was 2 rounds. Does Raphael cover other sports? I cover mixed martial arts when I get the time. Yeah. I don't rate either of them. F.A. Ajagba struggled with a journeyman in his last fight. Yeah. I don't know if you can write him off on the basis of one fight, though. He's got potential. FA doesn't impress me at the moment, says Red Glove Militant. Oh, that's challenge strikes. Yeah. Well, if they do weird stuff, then, you know, they're going to get channel strikes and et cetera, but I keep it clean over here, as you well know. Nice and clean. Mr. Clean. Fuzzy is up in the building. Yeah. That's why I resist. That's why I try to stick to PayPal. My preferred method is PayPal. Absolutely. Then they got the cash apps. Heinrich Smits is off to bed. He's got to get up early in the morning. He's 1 hour ahead over there in Germany. Yo, what time is it in Germany, Heinrich? What time is it in Germany right now? Okay, so let us move on. We've chopped up Razvan Kujanu versus F.A. Ajagba. And we are moving on. We're pressing on. Lots to get through, so we ain't messing around. No messing around. Scrolling through these topics. I know what I'm looking for. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, shizzle, my nizzle. Now I'm going to keep this in a particular sequence, and we are going over now, immediately over to news regarding the fight featuring. Where is he? Where are you? There you are. Adam Kownacki versus Roberto Helenius. You got down your screens right now? Yeah, I see it. Okay, so Kownacki versus Helenius, face to face at Presser. Okay, so the undefeated Polish star and Brooklyn native Adam Kownacki, and what is it? Well, it's Scandinavia. I think he comes from. I think Robert Helenius comes from Finland. Is it Finland? I know it comes from one of the Scandinavian countries. Okay, so Adam Kownacki and Robert Helenius went face-to-face on Thursday at the final press conference before they meet in a WBA heavyweight title eliminator, headlining the Fox PBC Fight Night card, and on Fox Deportes this Saturday, March the 7th, from the Barclays Center. Okay, we know that F.A. Jab was square enough. We've already seen that. And we know that Frank Sanchez is opening the card, which starts at 8 p.m. over there on the East Coast. That's 1 a.m. over here. I may well cover that Joey DeWaco fight. I may as well touch on that card. Might go live for that. Might go live for that. Okay, did it tell us anything about this? Tell us anything about these guys, how they're feeling? What's the mood? No. They just tell us that it's happening. Damn, Kownacki always looks messy somehow. Sorry to say, somehow he always looks kind of unkempt and messy. You know, you don't look trimmed up. Don't look trimmed up. That guy don't concern himself with vanity too much. 1 a.m. over there in Germany. What part of Germany you from, Heinrich? What part of Germany do you stay at? Fight is Saturday. The fight is Saturday. 8 p.m. kickoff over there. That's 1 a.m. over here. Low quality German boxing channels are low quality. Okay, I see. Berlin. Okay, excellent. Excellente. Never been to Germany. That's interesting. I'll come and pay you a visit one of these days, Heinrich. I'm gonna pop over to Germany, see where the Berlin Wall used to be. Kind of fascinating to me. Okay, I think we got a date. Tomorrow night. We're going live for some of that card, at least the opening stuff. I don't know if I'm staying around. What's the headline? F.A. Jagba? Oh no, that's the headline. Yeah, I don't know if I'm sticking around for the headline, but for sure. Yeah. German efficiency. Yeah, I might pop over and meet Tom Schwartz. Do an interview with Tom Schwartz. Set it up for me. Set it up. Who said that? Who said I should meet? Yeah, set it up, Heinrich. Set up an interview. Tell him that Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio is interested in an interview. Ask him if he's got Skype or whatever, and we can patch him in. No problemo. German architecture, German efficiency. Vorspring Dutch. Tom Schwartz will be driving my taxi from the airport. What makes you to see the women? Monique Thompson, what makes you think that I want to see the women of Berlin? I'm not saying I don't, but what made that pop into your head? Yeah, there's some of them European women, you know. Anyway. OMG, and we move on. Those Kownacki. All right, let's talk a little bit about Kownacki. Let's talk about that. Okay. Oh, shizzle. I hate it when that happens. When I accidentally close down a window. Copy? No, I hate it when I don't want to copy. I just want to open that shizzle. Open that shizzle for me. Please. OMG. Okay. let's go into, let's share this thing. Let's share this thing. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Kownacki. Let's put my, before we do that, let me put my privacy screen on. There we go. Let me put this in again, just in case. Just in case. Boom, boom, boom. Share the screen. Boom. Okay, right. So, Kownacki says a couple of years ago, people laughed at me. Nobody took me serious. Feel for you, bro. Feel for you. Feel your pain. Feel your pain. Okay. So, the popular Polish heavyweight contender understands that the newfound respect he commands comes with success. Honestly, though, it makes him feel a little bit uncomfortable entering this fight against Robert Helenius on Saturday night at the Barclays Center. The Brooklyn native has forgotten that just 3 years ago, the consensus seemed to be that for all his admirable determination and toughness, I lost my place. Yeah, determination and toughness, he wouldn't amount to a hill of beans in the heavyweight division. That was the view. That was the consensus view. So it seems. It's changing, and you feel it. Kownacki told Rafael Dawkins Combat Radio before the press conference on Thursday at the Tillery Hotel in Brooklyn. I kind of look at it like, yo, a couple of years ago, you guys were laughing at me and nobody took me serious. Now it's like, hey, Adam, how are you? I'm like, guys, stop. I'm still the same guy. I'm still telling the same jokes here and there. I haven't changed. But there's more pressure. But it's good, though. Hopefully I'll shine under the bright lights and I'll give the fans a good fight. Kownacki completely changed the direction of his career when he blew out fellow Pole Artur Spilker, an established contender who was favored to win in their bout in July 2017. Okay, the 30-year-old Kownacki is ranked in the top 5 by the IBF, WBA, and the WBO. If he continues winning, Kownacki could fight for a heavyweight title at some point within the next 12 months. Deontay Wilder's lost to Tyson Fury in their rematch February 22nd, definitely delayed Kownacki's title shot. Al Heyman's plan was for him to challenge Wilder for the WBC title in a fight everyone involved thought would have sold out the Barclays Center in Kownacki's home borough. Okay, regardless, Kownacki is developing into one of the biggest draws among American boxing fans. Yeah, I tend to forget that Kownacki, even with his Polish name, is actually a Brooklynite. Okay, how deep am I going with this? I don't know. Just look and see if anything jumps out at me and catches my eye. Okay, so what's going on here? So subsequent setbacks against Dillian Whyte, who won a 12-round unanimous decision. 12 rounds unanimous decision over Derek Chisora. And Washington have made this perhaps the 36-year-old Helenius his last chance to thrust himself into contention. Okay, so we're talking about Kownacki now. Talking about Helenius now. I was watching him when he was coming up, Kownacki said. He beat Derek Chisora, who was a pressure fighter like myself, but then he fell off. He got knocked out by the French guy, Duapas. Yeah, it's talking about Helenius, but Dillian Whyte couldn't knock him out. Yeah, Dillian Whyte fought Helenius and didn't knock him out. He fought 12 rounds with Dillian White. He's fought a lot of tough guys. He definitely has good skills. He definitely has experience. It will be a fight. So I'm definitely not overlooking him. At the same time, though, I know that the heavyweight division is wide open, especially here in America. I'm an American fighter. I was raised here. So I know Americans need a guy to cheer on. Making a statement on Saturday night will make me that guy. Okay, so that is, or those are the words thought I was sharing. Just looked down at my screen and realized I was not. Those are the words of Adam Kownacki. Okay. Kownacki's blowing smoke up his own rear. Yeah, I might cover that. Might cover that tomorrow. Certainly the opening bouts. Don't know if I'm staying up at 5 a.m. to watch Kownacki. I don't think I'm that desperate to watch that fight. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, Kownacki had a good fight against Charles Martin. That was an entertaining fight, back and forth. That was a humdinger. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Damn, I might cover that too in the daytime. Thanks for reminding me. Kownacki is a good competitor. What time is Yui fighting? I would imagine that would be about around 8, 9 p.m. Yeah. That's a different card. Yeah, different card. Usawa, certainly not me. Certainly not me, sir. Lol. It's on Sky Sports. Okay. 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 All right. So, where are we now? Where are we now? We're plowing on, forging on. It's an action-packed show. Want to cram as much news, information into this one. Okay. So, let's share the screen on this one. Okay, there's going to be, let me put this in the chat just in case. Just in case as we go into the next story, plowing through. All right, let me share my screen again. Successfully this time, hopefully. And let's do a little adjustment. Boom, 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 boom. Let's share this baby. Okay. So, Canelo Saunders reached terms for May 2nd at the T-Mobile Arena. Okay, so Saul Canelo Alvarez has finally made his choice. The 3-division titleist and pound-for-pound entrant has settled on unbeaten super middleweight titleist Billy Joe Saunders. Okay, so Billy Joe Saunders as his next opponent. Multiple sources have confirmed to Rafael Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay, so the two will collide on May the 2nd live on DAZN from the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, in celebration of Cinco de Mayo weekend, with Saunders' 168-pound title at stake. Okay. So an official announcement has yet to be made. So it is not, there has been no official announcement yet. And there has been no acknowledgement from either party involved that the matchup has been confirmed. So this is as yet unconfirmed. It's just being reported by multiple sources. But this, I repeat, this has yet to be confirmed. Okay. So let's go to some pertinent quotes. Do we have any quotes? Do we have any quotes? Okay, so I can't see any quotes in here. Can't see any quotes in here, but this is speculative news. It's being reported as fact. It may be fact, but we have to wait for official confirmation that Canelo Alvarez and Saunders will be fighting on May the 2nd at the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. So, got that news in there. Let's see what people are saying. Okay, Sal is the name of the guy who will be fighting Huey Fury. Certainly not me, my friend. Certainly not me. Okay, so Huey Fury struggled against Povetkin, so needs to be built back up. But the fight before was a build back up fight. So it's one build up fight, one tough fight, then a build up fight, then a tough fight. So this is a build up fight, and who is he going to fight next? Oh gosh. Well, I told Wallin was quite good. I don't care too much for Canelo or Saunders, but should be a good one if it happens. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm not overly enamored with either guy, but you know, this is a good fight. This is a great fight. I will say great. It's about time Billy Joe Saunders fought a top of the tree contender, and for sure, whatever you want to say about Canelo, some call him Clenello. He is definitely a top of the tree contender. Of that, there is no doubt. You got to KO Canelo to win? Yeah. Even Floyd had a draw on one scorecard, for sure. I think there won't be any reason for Billy Joe not to be on his game. He's got to be on his game. Got to be on his game for this one. He's go up against Canelo, and say what you want about Canelo. That boy know how to box. Yeah. That was cheeky. That was very, very cheeky. Could have legitimately punted that kid off stage for that. Yeah, he's like an end game boss. I'm not a gamer, but I do understand what that means for sure. Okay. All right, where are we? Let's go for the next piece of news before we get back stuck into some Wilder Fury stuff. Let's have a look what's going on. Is there any news that I've missed? No. Those are the weekend fights of interest. I'm just skipping through now. Just skipping through now, seeing what is up. Okay, what is this? That's July. The time when they're fighting. March. Okay, this is pertinent. This is happening March the 21st. So let's share this. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Okay, so did you see Blue Blood say Fury failed a drug test? I have heard whispers and rumors of rumors that the Tyson Fury failed a drug test, but I haven't heard it, the A sample, and they're looking into his B sample, but I haven't heard it from any legitimate source. I don't consider Blue Blood to be a legitimate source. Doesn't mean to say that it didn't happen. Oh, yeah. Hey, much appreciated for that one, because I definitely want to touch on that one. Perhaps next. Yeah. Hunter v. Parker. Well, not that it's official. That hasn't been made yet, but that's something we're going to talk about after this. Okay, so, yeah, I've heard the whisper. I've heard the whispers. I've heard more than one whisper. I've heard whispers of that. But nothing has been confirmed, and I only report on stuff which is being confirmed. And Blue Blood, confirmed by a reliable source. And I'm afraid Blue Blood, I don't classify Blue Blood as a reliable source. That doesn't mean to say it's not true, but I'm not reporting it as true. I'm not even reporting on it, really, until I see it from a reliable source. So Icons was talking about it. That's interesting. I saw something about it. It was a fake tweet. Heard it through the grapevine. He may well have made it up himself. He heard it in his mind. More conspiracies. Wow, this is like some JFK shizzle. No joke. Fannin is threatening to get 10 LDBC members to storm the Nevada. Oh my gosh. I think he should keep his ass in that rotating seat of his. I think he should keep his ass in his rotation seat. OMG. Okay, so let's go disco. Okay, I got a batch of stuff here. Let's move that over to the other side. Forgot about this batch. Forgot about that batch of news. Okay, move that along also. Okay, boom. Oh, let's get that out of here too. Where's the Parker news? Parker, come out wherever. Oh, here it is. There we go. Hunter hunting Parker. Okay, so boom, let's share this. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the Fury Deontay Wilder saga shortly, but first things first. OMG. Okay, let's get into it. So, Michael Hunter, more than ready to face Joseph Parker. The former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker finally returned to the ring last Saturday night in Texas and knocked out Shondell Winters on the undercard of the welterweight bout between Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas. Okay, after the contest was over, Parker began pleading to land a fight against a top-rated contender. I want to keep busy. And get hopefully 2 more fights in this year and finish off with a good bang at the end of the year. Parker wants a good bang at the end of the year. Oh, there. Okay, so listen, I want to fight Derek Chisora. I was supposed to fight him, and I pulled out through the spider bite. I wanted to reschedule, but he went off and fought someone else. I want to fight with Dillian White again. I want to fight everyone in the top 5 or top 10 in the world. I want to get anyone and everyone, Parker said. Damn. But fighters like White and Chisora are already scheduled to take part in other bouts in the coming months. Another fighter in the top 10 who also wants a top fight is Michael Hunter, who last saw action in December when he fought a close points draw with Alexander Povetkin. Hunter is more than ready to answer Parker's call for an in-ring showdown, and his team believe the New Zealand star would get knocked out in the bout. What does he say? Parker, yeah. Parker is an easy opponent for us, Hunter's manager, Martin Makalowska, told Sky Sports. Parker is slow on the feet, and his cardio is terrible. Michael would definitely KO Parker. Damn. Parker holds a close and some felt controversial win over Andy Ruiz Jr., but lost a 12 rounds decision to Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. Hunter's manager, Makalawakas, warned Parker that he would be facing a style of a boxer that he never faced in the past. White and AJ are completely different fighters to Michael Hunter, says his manager. Okay, so Hunter wants Parker. Parker becomes the hunted? Or does the hunter become the hunted? How's that going to work out? How is that going to work out? Let's get into the chat and see what people have to say about that. Okay, so Hunter is ranked number 12. Where's Parker? Damn, Joseph Parker ranked 13. Michael Hunter is ranked above Joseph Parker. Michael Hunter is 12th in the box rec rankings, and Joseph Parker 13. My, that's a surprise to me. I didn't know that's how they were placed. Okay. So what's going on here? What's going on here? A broken clock is correct twice a day, but not the blue blood. Blue blood gets his news from Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh's the glove gate guy, the one who really kicked it off. Young Pharaoh. Hunter called him an easy fight, and he has no stamina. Damn. Oh, Fury ends Wilder once and for all. Samuel Jean up in the building. Boxing fan up in the building. Champ Ross up in the building. If only Parker had that killer instinct. Yeah. Mentally, I think mentally Parker's quite defensive, which might not be the worst thing. But it ain't great when you're trying to get another heavyweight crack. Right about now when you got killers waiting in line. Boxing fan says, Michael Hunter talking rubbish. Cal L says, Parker looked bulked in his last fight. He did look kind of bulky, didn't he? I compare Parker Hunter to Joyce Dubois as being good ones. Yeah, Parker Hunter I compare Parker to Hunt to Joyce. I don't know. Tough SOB. Parker has the potential to be a great fighter, but hasn't lived up to it yet, says Aaron Mason. Yeah, Parker. I think Parker's very competent, highly competent, very competent. But he's like if I compared it to cars, you'd say Parker was like a solid, reliable car, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the wow factor. The one thing that Parker lacks is the wow factor. Yeah, I think that's it. So you go to a car show and you see a solid, reliable car, but then you move on to the next stand. You see ones with kind of flared wheel arches and extra super duper alloy wheels, and maybe it's got a supercharger instead of a turbocharger. You know, the supercharger kicks in faster than the turbo. Yeah, it's those little things. It's those little things that perhaps Parker doesn't possess that stops him from being having a wow factor. Maybe Parker lacks the wow factor. I don't think he enjoys eating shots. I don't think he enjoys eating shots at all. He just sticks around a little bit too long from time to time. Parker would stop Hunter. That's very interesting. Do I think Parker would stop Hunter? I think Parker could stop Hunter, but would Parker stop Hunter? That's a tough one. I don't think he would. I think he would be a humdinger, though. Maybe he would, but I think he would be a humdinger. Parker would have to go. Parker would be on his front foot at times because Hunter has that evasive style, which means Parker would have to go looking for him. Parker would have to go looking for him. I think Parker sometimes likes to play the counterpunch game. That would be an interesting fight. I look forward to that fight. Parker is a Skoda. Well, that's a good example because Skodas are pretty good these days and have been for a while. But you don't find anybody stampeding to get one. Canelo v. Fury. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think there's a bit of a weight discrepancy there, my friend. I think there's a bit of a weight discrepancy there. Hunter is a solid fighter. Reminds me of a bit of Jesse Vargas type. Can hang with the big dogs, but just comes up short at the end. Yeah. Hunter is a beetle. OMG. What year beetle? What year beetle are we talking about? Yeah. Happy Friday to one and all. The boxing Jedi up in the building. How do you do? How do you do? Parker has no wow factor. Yes. But good meat and potatoes fighter. Absolutely. I agree with that. I see Parker trying to rush. I see Hunter trying to rush Parker and Parker countering him for the KO. Damn. That would be something, wouldn't it? That would be something, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So then we've chopped up Parker v. Hunter. What's going on? Looking for the next thing. Okay. This is a good one. This is a good one. Why not? Why not share? Why not share? Sharing is caring. Okay, so let us share the screen. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So where are we? Yeah. Let's make a little minor adjustment there. Let's put up the the privacy screen and share the other screen. Okay, so White. Povetkin is still a very dangerous opponent. Still got a lot left in the tank. Okay, so as he waits for the opportunity to fight for the WBC heavyweight title, Dillian Whyte will go up against Alexander Povetkin. Whyte will take on Povetkin on May the 2nd, with the two heavyweights topping the bill at Manchester Arena. Okay, so Whyte will go up against the Russian Povetkin as he waits for his chance to challenge for the WBC belt. Tyson Fury is the organization's champion after his emphatic win over the Alabama native, the Bronze Bomber, Wilder. I am your king. The king is in great spirits. Okay, so Povetkin, an Olympic gold medalist who was only lost twice in his 38-fight professional career. Those defeats coming at the hands of Vladimir Klitschko, who fouled him repeatedly and incessantly and wasn't really warned off by the ref too often. Didn't lose a point. That was a 12-round decision to Vladimir Klitschko. And of course, more notably and more lately, Povetkin got KO'd. The only man to stop Povetkin, Anthony Joshua. Okay, so both heavyweights were in action on the undercard of Joshua's rematch with Andy Ruiz Jr. At the end of 2019. I think it was December the 8th or December the 7th. Saudi Arabia, Darija. Okay, so Wild White, who will be defending his status as the WBC's interim champion, won a 10-rounder against Marius Wack on points recently. Povetkin's bout with Michael Hunter was scored a split draw. There was serious talk of them fighting each other back in 2017, but Povetkin was able to secure a fight with unified champion Anthony Joshua instead, who stopped the Olympian in the 7th round. Joshua was rocked early by Povetkin combinations, so it appears. He's still very dangerous. He gave AJ a lot of problems, and then he beat Hughie Fury. I'm not overlooking him, says White. Not overlooking him at all. He will come in shape. He's tough and very well schooled, said White, whose solitary defeat in the paid ranks also came at the hands of Anthony Joshua. That was back in 2015. So, yeah, White goes on to say, Povetkin showed in Saudi Arabia that he still has a lot left in the tank, and he's still a very, very dangerous opponent. I've got a lot of respect for him, but I'm on a maximum violence program, straight animal instinct. Boom, boom, boom. And those are the words of Dillian Whyte. Okay, let me go back into the chat. It's going to be an interesting one. Seeing Whyte against Povetkin, it's a tough one. A lot of people are saying, why? Why is he doing this to himself? Why is taking such a tough fight? This fight is going to be a war. No doubt about it. Joshua v. Povetkin was brutal. Looking forward to the maximum violence. Where are we? I like Povetkin's style. Me too. It's a damn good fight. AJ v. Povetkin was the warning sign for Andy Ruiz fight for me. Struggled with a smaller guy. Gave up his reach. The body snatcher coming for Povetkin. Yes, he is indeed. Definitely coming for that guy. Pablo says Ricky Hatton was the original snap body snatcher. But I remember a guy before Ricky by the name of, almost slipped my mind right there as I said it, Mike McCollum. Was before Ricky Hatton. And I'm sure there was somebody before Mike McCollum, probably going back in time. So there's been many body snatchers over the years. AJ and Wilder got hyped up so much and both lost and got TKO'd. Was it hype? Was it hype? Is beating Vladimir Klitschko hype? Is beating Povetkin hype? Is beating Parker hype? Is beating Dillian White hype? I don't know if that's hype, bro. I really don't know if that is hype. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Wilder with his flawed fundamentals. Now I say that is hype. Wilder with his flawed fundamentals and his team's ability to avoid the top fighters. I would say that's hype. Aaron Mason says, I'd say Wilder was far better protected. I don't think Joshua was protected, though. I think they threw Joshua in there with all comers. Yeah, which style? Which style, Pablo Diablo? Which style? Okay, so what am I going to do now? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me see what is next up. What is next up? Okay, let me see this. What's going on here?
Alexander. Yes.
Okay, we're going to share this. I'm going to be away from the mic for 2 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to share this with you. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Where are we? Boom. What the hell's going on? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Let's kill the music and go into a little short video, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yes. Mr. Rafael Dawkins with the Comeback Radio. And today we're looking at the fight just announced. It's Dillian White versus Alexander Povetkin. And that's scheduled to take place on the 2nd of May, Manchester Arena. And it's Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin for the WBC Interim World Heavyweight title. So that's definitely one that I will be looking forward to. Let's look at the ages. 31 versus 40. 28 fights for Dillian White. 10 fights more for Alexander Povetkin. So it's a margin of 10 fights, margin of 9 years. Povetkin being the older. Wins 27, 35. Losses, 1 loss to Dillian White, 2 losses to Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin's only 2 losses have come by the hands of Klitschko, and but that was by points. The only person to have stopped Alexander Povetkin is Anthony Joshua. Knockouts 18-24. Height 6'3", Dillian White 6'2", Alexander Povetkin. Some people think he's short, but it's just that we've seen him up against many tall guys. So I wouldn't call 6'2" short. I don't think that's short. And both orthodox, nickname body snatcher, say Alexander Povetkin's nickname is Sasha, but I've never heard him referred to as Sasha. Dillian Whyte, the Jamaican Brit, and Alexander Povetkin, the Russian. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that picture because Dillian Whyte got a lot of flack for this jacket that he wore on a Sky Sports broadcast. People said that, it looked like a Tesco security guard. But so we're not going to do that. We're not going to say that about Dillian. We will, however, take a quick look at his stats. Okay, so Dillian Whyte ranked number 6 in the BoxRec rankings, and Alexander Povetkin ranked 7. So if they switched around, then Alexander would go up one place, one would imagine, and Dillian Whyte would come down one or some. Dillian Whyte being very active, minus his issue with UCAD, which was resolved. Dillian Whyte having fought Marius Wack recently after the UCAD issue, didn't come in the best of shape. Well, this is here he is. Didn't come in the best of shape, and that was a 10-rounder. That was over in Doria. Prior to that, he beat Oscar Rivas, previously unbeaten. Knocked out Derek Chisora the second time they fought. And prior to that was his points victory over Joseph Parker. So he has been clocking up the wins, primarily top 10 ranked opponents or thereabouts, top 12, top 15 of late. So he's been racking them up. And then we go over and take a look at Alexander Povetkin, just one space lower. And Povetkin himself has been very busy over the last couple of years. Previous fight was with Michael Hunter. That went to a split decision draw. Louis Fury before Michael Hunter, unanimous decision. Anthony Joshua before that. And that was a knockout. Like I said, the only person to knock out Alexander Povetkin was or is Anthony Joshua. And before that, he knocked out David Price. That is Alexander Povetkin. There he is giving Michael Hunter a lot of trouble. All the trouble he could manage. Almost knocked him out of the ring there. That was a draw. It decided to be a draw. I can't remember who I had winning that one. I think I had one or the other winning by 1 round. So when it came back as a draw, I was, slightly surprised, but perfectly understandable. It was very close and, it could have gone either way. So Dillian Whyte will be defending his WBC interim heavyweight title, of course, as you will well know. Dillian Whyte is the mandatory for the WBC heavyweight title. So he is interim world heavyweight champion, the WBC, and also the mandatory. So high-ranking fight. Both guys in the top 10. Dillian protecting his interim belt and, of course, his mandated position. And if he wins against Alexander Povetkin, then that just makes his position even stronger. So it's definitely one I will be looking forward to. And, taking place in Manchester. A lot of good fights coming up on the horizon. We got Anthony Joshua versus Pulev, facing his Pulev versus his mandatory Pulev in Tottenham. That's in June. Or is it July? I think it's in June. Yeah. And that's right, 20th of June. And then we got this, the beginning of May. And of course, we have the trilogy of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury that taking place in July, and there is plenty more to come. Okay, I'm very happy with this. It's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. Okay, and don't forget about the live shows. Monday and Wednesday, 10 p.m. UK time. And for sure, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I'm out.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let me get my levels. Let me check my levels are good. Let me check my levels are good. Okay, it's good. Okay, you stop sharing. Let's get back into, where are we? Yeah, that's good. What's going on in the chat? Okay, let's scroll. Yes, Monica with the good advice yet again. Matter of fact, let me go over and take a look on the YouTube page. Let's see what's going on over there. Yeah. Okay, everything is in order. Where are we? What's going on? Oh, Wild Soul. Wild Soul has populated the area. All right, Povetkin style. The body snatcher cometh. Yeah, for sure. Wilder protected. Wilder protection program. The body mauler up in the building. The body snatcher needs to lose 30 pounds. I don't know about 30, but for sure, he's definitely got to trim off 20. No doubt about it. But interestingly enough, because we've talked about the body snatcher's diet and what the problem could be. I talked about this on air with John Daly, and he reckoned it was the Caribbean food. Some of the Caribbean the elements of the Caribbean food. I reckoned it was kike. And yeah, I saw the body snatcher recently come out and say, yeah, I should be fine if I can cut out the kike. Confirmed my suspicions. The body snatcher is a snacker. The body snatcher is a snacker. And did you call his name 3 times? Who will appear? We know damn well who will appear. We know who will appear. It is none other than, oh, where's he gone? He appeared and then he disappeared. What is that? He appeared and then he disappeared. He disappeared quicker than he appeared. Okay, and joining us live from Las Vegas by way of Lagos. Is it Lagos? Is none other. Damn! I he never even told me he came from Lagos. Right? I just guessed.
Born and raised, man.
Born and raised in Lagos and now residing in the very, very sunny state of Las Vegas. Don ZB, how do you do? I was just about to lock off. I was just about to lock off, so you just got in time.
Oh, really?
How do you do?
I'm doing great. Driving from LA to Vegas. I got 2 more hours.
Damn.
I didn't want to call you since because I was still in those areas where reception gets really bad. So that's why I'm at the good part now.
I hear that. Good of you to join us. Always happy to get input. And at a time like this, it's always good to have American input because a lot of controversy flying around over there. Hell of a lot of controversy, which we're gonna get into shortly. But first and foremost, I just want to get through some of these comments. Okay, so Cal L. White versus Povetkin is a strange one. It is a strange one. White didn't have to do it, but he keeps on. As a matter of fact, Don ZB, you can come in on this because you don't rate White, but White is fighting better opposition than your boy there. White has a better resume than your boy there, Deontay Wilder. Talk about it.
First of all, White cannot have a better resume because he's never been a champion. Deontay Wilder was not just a champion. He defended his belt 10 times. And
what's happened to Don ZB? Don ZB's gone quiet. Don ZB's conscience has just struck him. And he's saying, no, I can't continue. I can't pretend anymore. Oh, you're back. Don ZB.
Yeah. Okay. I said Wilder has a better resume, but that's not the point right now. Tyson Fury cheated, bro.
Tell
It's not even funny because like he claims him and Wilder are cool, but that's kind of dangerous because how else did Wilder get that cut in his ear if Fury had his gloves on properly?
How did he get the cut in his ear?
Yep.
How did Fury get how did Wilder get the cut in his ear?
I know by now you've seen the videos about Fury's gloves. He tried to do it in 2015 when he fought Christian Hammer, but he got busted, and he was able to do it in the first Deontay Wilder fight, but he was able to do it in this fight also, and it's very obvious that his knuckle was actually at the less padded area of the boxing glove. I saw you trying to do, if it don't fit, don't wear it. If it don't fit, you must quit.
You must quit.
Yeah. I mean, it's really tricky, but of course, since there's a video of Fury doing it in 2015, that means he has perfected it. He's been doing this for years. I mean, I always wondered why his glove looked funny, but I never imagined he was doing that. But it all makes sense now.
I'm just trying something. I'm just trying different techniques. Let me try something else. Okay, so, all right, you're still there, Don ZB?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So and it's really difficult to line this up. Okay, so where was the knuckle? Where are you alleging that? Where was Tyson Fury's knuckle, Don ZB? Where was the knuckle? Don ZB, where was the knuckle?
It was below the padded area. It was below the padded area and above where the wrist is. It was above where they usually wrap up with tape. But it was below the padded area.
So you are suggesting now the whole of this area is padded?
Yep.
The whole of this area is padded.
Okay, it was at the lower bottom, at the less padded area.
Okay. Okay. So you are saying that the knuckle, you're saying that the knuckle, which should be here. That's where the
Yep,
knuckle
it
should
was
be.
lower.
You're saying
Yep.
the knuckle wasn't here. It was
there. Go
here.
go back. Go back. It was there somewhere. It was
Okay.
around there. Like I said, Rafi, if you look, okay. And then when he was slapping Wilder, you could clearly see a face there. I don't know if
Okay.
you've seen the
Okay,
video
so-
Deontay Boxing Nation made, but
Yeah.
he clearly had a fist. It was basically like he was throwing a fist without gloves.
Okay. So I've explained it before. I'm gonna do a reenactment because clearly, why is the screen so bright? That's strange. It's very bright there. I'm gonna do a reenactment of the floppy fist. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about the floppy fist. So you think, and the rest of the LDBC think, that to do a floppy fist, I'll do it up in the air. Maybe that's more visible. To do a floppy fist, slow motion floppy fist. You think to do a floppy fist, the knuckle has to be somewhere up here. That's what you think. The knuckles are actually down here. But you think the knuckle has to be somewhere up here to do the floppy fist. Floppy fist, slow motion. It's very difficult to do it. Okay, get further back. That's the floppy fist. That's the floppy fist. Right, the knuckle. The knuckle is where it's supposed to be. Okay, so this glove is fully on, but I can do the floppy fist. The floppy fist. And we're going to do it again. We're going to look at the video again because clearly there are still people who think the glove was not on securely. Clearly. So let me go back into the video, which I previously showed. What have I got? Oh, yeah, I get it. Which I previously showed, but I'm going to show it again. I'm going to show the floppy fist again. It's a good thing I made a video about it. Go check the video after the show or the next day or the next day or the next day. If it doesn't fit,
This is on point.
you must acquit. Let me kill the volume.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
You remember during OJ's trial when he tried the gloves on and they didn't fit?
Yes.
Did those gloves honestly look like they couldn't fit, or they look like OJ made them not fit?
It looked like OJ made them not fit, but that was just
Exactly.
that's just the line I'm
Exactly.
using. That's just the line I'm using. That's just
Yeah,
the line I'm
okay.
using. It's just
Exactly
a joke.
the point.
It's just
Yeah.
a joke. It
I
ain't
get you.
serious. It ain't serious.
Gotcha. The point I'm trying to make is OJ must have known those gloves well, or he must have practiced that a lot to make it work.
Listen,
I'm trying to tell you.
if you're risking a lifetime in a cell, you don't have to pre-plan that situation. You just common sense will tell you you're gonna spread your hands out. That has nothing to do with this. It's just a catchy line. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. And it's quite catchy, and hopefully that video becomes very successful. I think it's used a little bit of ingenuity with that one. Hope the ingenuity is appreciated, but you know, I just keeps on grinding regardless. Okay, so hopefully this will allay your fears. This should allay your fears. Okay, so Tyson Fury's hand is fully in the glove. Fully in the glove, but he's doing the floppy hand. Let me show you. In fact, let me slow down the speed. Let me slow down the speed so it couldn't be any slower. Okay. There we go. There's the floppy gloves. Low speed. Glove fully on the hand. Fully on the hand. Look how floppy his wrists are. Look how floppy his wrists are. And also, if you look at Tyson Fury's hands, his fingers are very bendy. They're bending all different weird directions. Maybe the guys look how far the wrist goes back. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at the wrist flexibility of Tyson Fury. That explains.
Rafi,
Yes.
Rafi,
Yes.
I told you, he has mastered this thing. He trains like that.
That's what
Just the same way he had a sparring partner expose him for training with bad gloves.
I did a video on that. They
got the sparring partner brown new gloves. They couldn't get Fury new ones. He had to use the bad ones with less
padding.
Yeah.
Listen,
so
I did a video on that. I did a video on that. I'm not hiding that. And also, I'm gonna
check it out. No. I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to tell you, because I asked myself, for Fury to be able to get away with this, he did it the first fight and no one said nothing. And the second fight, he had to take someone that really had to make like a video where they zoomed in and proved their point for people to begin to see it when millions watched it and nobody saw anything. That just told me Fury has mastered the art of doing this.
Okay, but
he's obviously training like that, so that he knows how to
I'm showing you training. I'm showing you him training like that. I'm showing it to you. So it's no secret that he trains like that. But my issue with what you said is that the glove wasn't on properly. I'm showing you in black and white that the gloves are securely on his fist, and I've showed you with an actual demonstration.
No, I was talking about the gloves during fight night, not training.
Why would the glove need to be in a different position on fight night when he's showing you right now in front of your eyes right now? I don't know if you can see the screen, but I'm demonstrating.
Rafi, have you seen the video? Have you seen? You know what? I haven't seen that much videos. I've seen one that actually made a lot of sense. It was done by Dante's Boxing Nation. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, I
started. No. I've got it in my watch history. I started watching it while I was at work, but I was busy, so I never.
Can we kind of go through that video a little bit, like bits by bits?
Okay, I'll go to that video. I'll try not to get copyright striked for it. Let me see who else is in here. Okay, so Vincent Grant, I'm going to go to you, mate. I'm going to come to you right now, but if the sound is like it always has been in the past, then I'm going to have to cut straight out, because the sound I've heard in the past is not broadcast quality. So give me a second and I'm going to go to you. But if I hear that under the sea sound, I'm going to have to cut straight away. So Vincent Grant, how do you do? Vincent Grant.
Can you hear me right?
Oh, you're clearer this time.
Okay.
What's going on? How come you're clearer?
Well, we're working with the times, brother.
Okay, you sound clear. Okay, this seems like it might be broadcast quality. Okay, so we're good to go. We're good to go. Yeah, Vincent Grant, what you saying, my friend? How do you do? Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, Rafi. And I'm only here to defend my countryman, Dylan White, when you do decide to speak about him. As far as this glove conspiracy is concerned, I mean, whoever is making these statements is very unfounded, because what they're actually doing is accusing the governing bodies of basically theft.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know as well as I do that each team goes into the dressing room of the opponent's opposite corner.
Yeah.
To inspect the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the governing bodies are responsible for regulating the process. Yeah, am I correct in saying that?
Yeah. Yes, they oversee it. Yeah.
Right. So basically, these accusations and all of these, videos and photos that are coming up, they're actually accusing governing bodies of theft, and also the referee.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I mean, I personally won't get into a debate with them about it because, I mean, to me, it's just sour grapes. The man won the fight fair and square through his technique. But as I say, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to defend my brother, the body snatcher.
Say that last bit again. Your last sentence.
No, I said I'm not here to debate the glove conspiracy
Yeah.
with the American contingent.
Yeah.
Because one thing has come very much clear to me through this whole Deontay Wilder issue is that the intellect and the intelligence of my brothers there in America.
Yeah.
But as I say, I'm not here to debate the glove issue. I'm here to defend my brother, the body snatcher.
Yes, the body snatcher, Dillian White. Well, we kind of moved on from the body snatcher now. Okay, we got that crazy sound again, so I've muted you. I'll come back to you in a second, Vincent. I just want to get through some of these. Comments, just looking at them now. Before I go to OMG. There's some interesting comments here. No left hook punch. What's going on there? Some funny comments. I'm not ruling out. No, people aren't. Listen, bro. Everybody, listen. Check out my videos. I'm not here to defend Fury if he's guilty of wrongdoing. What I'm doing is objective assessments of what I see. You know what I'm saying? So if listen, when Fury popped dirty for drugs, my channel hasn't started yet, but I've done a documentary. I've done a 2-part documentary on Fury popping dirty for drugs. I've done a documentary saying the Fury shouldn't have been in the ring against Klitschko. So, objectivity is what it is around here. And when I do these glove demonstrations, it's not to defend Fury. It's to explain how the gloves look like they look. You know what I'm saying? Conscious thinker. Okay, we got another LDBC guy in the area. Let me pop the link in there. Don ZB, you might have some company in a second. Okay, so I'm just going through these comments and then I'm going to go look at the video suggested. Yeah, Young Pharaoh isn't a boxing channel. It's not. I don't think it's a boxing channel. Yeah. Okay, I got you. What he's trying to say was laughable. Well, I'm going to go to that video now. The flicking jab. Okay. So let me go look for the video. I know it's in my watch history. I never pulled it up, but I didn't actually stop to watch it. So we're gonna go to the video now.
Yeah, Ralph. I think he made multiple. He made 2 or 3. There's one particular one that I saw. I think he uploaded that some 20 hours to 24 hours ago. So you just need to go to Dante's Boxing Nation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I pulled up the video earlier on, so it should be in my watch history. I'm in my watch history now. Dante's Boxing Nation.
Yeah, there are 2 guys that upload videos on the same channel. One is Aki and one is Dante's Boxing. Dante,
Yeah.
I need you to watch the one Dante made.
Okay, so it's on the screen right now.
All right.
It's on the screen right now. We're looking at the bent. Hold on. I'm not sharing. Hold on, I'm not sharing. Let me share this. Well, that's why I tell you to go and watch my videos on the matter, because I've already covered the shizzle in the videos. So I already know what he's saying about the first picture I see, and I've already debunked that. Okay, so there you have on the. Am I still showing? Why am I still visible? I don't want to be visible. I want some privacy time. While we're sharing the video. So let me go and mute my camera. Okay, so let's share again. Okay, so now we're sharing. Okay, so you're going to see the picture any second now. Okay, so that bendy glove right there.
That's not it, Raf. That's not the photo. There's another angle that shows the inside of Fury's glove, and you could clearly see a fist. Where your palm is supposed to be, it was a fist there. There was like a round head.
I'm showing the picture.
This one too, yeah, you could see a knuckle, right? You could see a knuckle, and you could see the thumb bone. You could see it where it's not supposed to be. And you could clearly see a knuckle, right?
You can see you can see inside the glove. You can see inside
the glove. That is a knuckle, or you can't see it. You can see it. Does that look like a palm? Does that look like a palm or a knuckle?
The glove looks bulky.
Huh?
The glove looks bulky.
No, I'm asking you about where you see skin. The little part where you see skin, doesn't that look like a fist?
It looks. I'm gonna put my hand in my glove. I'm gonna put my hand in my glove.
Rafi, you don't know how to do this. You just started. Fury's been doing this for probably a decade now.
I said I'm gonna put my hand in the glove and see if it looks the same.
Okay, maybe you have a small glove. Maybe Fury got a custom-made glove. But you could try.
It looks weird.
Now, this is not the photo I'm even talking about. Go to the next photo. It shows him slapping Wilder, but where his palm is supposed to be, there was like a bulge, like a bow, like a fist, like 5 fingers together.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll through. I mean, I've seen that picture, bro. I've never stopped to look at it. I'm looking at the picture now, and I confess it looks weird. Listen, I'm going to ask the people. You're all seeing the picture. Does that look like a fist? And does that part in there look like it's the part between fingers? I'm asking the people.
Could I quickly have a say, Rafi?
Yeah, carry on.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the Mayweather channel earlier on today,
Yeah. The Mayweather channel. Yeah. Yeah.
and they brought up this picture,
Yeah.
and they asked the people that were in the gym
Yeah.
to try and make a fist
Yeah.
inside of the glove,
Yeah.
and they were actually hitting heavy bad.
Yeah.
And the common theme from about half a dozen people that they asked to make a fist inside the glove was that if they was to try and do that in the midst of a fight, that they would actually break their hands. Are you following me?
Yeah. I hear you. Carry on.
Well, that's the point which I'm trying to make. This is that what we're seeing here on the screen doesn't really add up to me and make any kind of sense in any kind of way, because the brother Don, whatever his name is, said that is how Wilder got the blood coming out of his ears, because well, he put the
Okay,
thumb-
Vincent. I can't really. I can hear you speaking, but it's not clear enough to differentiate to hear the words clearly. So I can hear you speaking, but you still got a sound problem, my friend. But I get the gist of what you're saying. Mayweather Jim debunked it. I've heard somebody else say the same thing. Mayweather Jim debunked it. Mayweather Jim debunked it. Yeah, I heard that. That's the crease in the hand. That's the crease in the hand, says Pablo Diablo. That's the crease in the hand. That makes sense. There's the crease in the hand. It makes sense there's the crease in the hand, but from looking at that picture, I can see why we got some guys over on the other side saying that looks like a fist, because it don't make no sense to have a fist in that area. It makes no sense whatsoever. But in that picture, it looks like a fist, especially with that bulge over here. Do I think that Fury had a fist in the glove in that area? If he did, it would be the stupidest thing ever. Totally non-productive. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. It wouldn't make any sense.
Rafi,
Yeah.
Rafi, can you go forward if you're on the right video? The very next picture is the one that I'm actually talking about.
When the referee's checking his fist?
No. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. Keep going forward to the Wilder fight. Keep going forward. Keep going forward. There's a punch where, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you see the palm of his glove? Doesn't that look like a fist, like a folded fist trying to punch someone?
It wouldn't make any sense to punch someone like that.
It wouldn't make any sense to slap someone.
What I am seeing is Fury's foldy, flexible wrists. That's what I'm seeing. His wrist is.
Ask your chat. Ask the chat.
Ask the chat what?
Ask them what they see. Like, put a circle around Fury's left glove.
They can see the left glove right here. They can see the left glove.
Can you zoom in?
No, I can't zoom in.
Can you zoom in?
No,
Okay.
I can't zoom in, but it's very clear that the glove is at a weird angle. So
No, I'm not just talking about the glove being a weird angle. Look closely. His fist is actually folded, ready to punch. Like, that is a fist that's folded. That's not like a palm. That is a fist where it's not supposed to be.
no,
Take a good look, right? Try and zoom in and take a good look.
no, that's the inside of the wrist. The bulge you seeing there, to me, Looks like the inside going up to the top of the wrist, and it's
Okay,
bent.
Ralph, I need you to put on your gloves now and make your hand look like that. I need you to do your own version of Fury right now. Let's see if you can make your hand look like that in a boxing glove. Ralph, come on, man. Like, do you honestly believe what you said?
Calm down.
All right.
Down. Okay, so we got Smarty Jones. We got Smarty Jones in the chat. What did he say? Those are fingers, you idiots. Calm down, Jones. Calm yourself down. Okay, so we asked for them and we've got them. We asked for the LDBC to pop in and they are here. Everybody be on your best behavior. Don't get riled. Okay, so this is hilarious, man. Okay, so let me do the demonstration. Let me replicate. Okay, so where's the angle? What angle do you need? Okay, so right. Is that a fist? Is that a fist at the end of my glove? My glove is angled just like Fury's. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I'm facing you. There is the glove. There is the glove. Okay, now the glove is facing the camera, and now I am bending my wrist backwards away. I'm bending my wrist away. So what you are seeing to me is the heel. The heel is right here. That's the heel of my hand. My thumb is here. Everything is where it's supposed to be. My wrist is there. You are seeing the heel of the glove. My hand, my wrist is in the glove. Tyson Fury has ridiculously floppy wrists. You are seeing the heel. This is the heel. This is not a fist. My fist is in the glove. That's the angle that you're seeing. That's the angle that you see. Give it a flick. OMG. OMG. I'm going to go. Yeah, hello. Hello, Vincent.
Yeah. What size gloves are you?
The size is an 18 ounce. The glove is an 18 ounce.
And Tyson on a 10 ounce glove?
Yeah.
So
the 10 ounce gloves are far more flexible.
In what way?
There's less padding. This is very padded. This is very padded. The 10 ounce gloves, the ounce refers to the amount of padding, the weight of the glove. Yeah. So they fight in 10 ounce gloves. This is like this is a, what is it? Sorry, this is a 16 ounce glove. It's not an 18 ounce. It's a 16 ounce glove. They're wearing 10 ounce gloves. So there's less padding. There's more flexibility in the glove that they wear. They're wearing 10 ounces. This is 16 ounces. More padding, more flexibility.
No, I'm talking about the room inside of the glove for Tyson Fury to actually pull his fingers out of the, say, the knuckle part of the glove to double his fist to make a bare knuckle fist.
To make
a bare knuckle fist.
To make that. Well, it won't be bare knuckle because he's got padding on his hand.
So exactly what are they accusing you of?
I don't understand. I don't understand because because to punch someone effectively, you want your hand in the glove. You want your hand in the glove in the knuckles where they're supposed to be. You can't get your knuckles around. There's a suggestion that the knuckle is around this area. Well, how? Well, then you'd have to bend your hand. Here is the wrist section. Then you'd have to bend your hand at some crazy angle to punch there, to punch from this area. When you're much better punching from the area you're supposed to be punching, which is the top of the glove.
Yes, so that's the point which I'm trying to make. What are they accusing him of doing?
They're accusing him of punching, of having his fist rolled up in this area and punching with this area. But to do that, you'd have to have your wrist up in here, and then your fist would have to come out at a 90-degree angle. At a 90-degree angle, it defies common sense. It defies logic.
Well, can I just say this? Right. Let's not defy common sense. Let's defy the referee. That's what he's been paid to do. And Tyson Fury has been accused on many occasions by referees for slapping.
Yeah, he does slap. He does slap.
Right, and that is why he went to the Chronic Gym, so he could learn how to, let's say, sit down on his punches. Yeah. So, really, as I said, I didn't call to get involved in this kind of conversation because I've seen this on my Facebook and all over the place, and it defies sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Because for you to hit an opponent, to hurt, you're going.
Yeah, Vince, I had to stop you there. I had to mute you there. Because that swirling sound came back again. Don ZB. But thanks for what you just said. Don ZB. It don't make sense. Don ZB, unmute yourself, please. It don't
Okay, so
it don't
okay,
make sense. What you're saying.
okay,
It makes sense to
okay.
punch this side of the glove. Makes no sense.
Okay, so Vince just said that it's the referee's duty and officials, the judges, to make sure that doesn't happen. Can you ask Vince how Fury was able to go in the ring in 2015 before he fought Christian Hammer? Everybody checked his glove, commission, everybody, but the referee happened to catch it. So it's not impossible that he's been doing this. Like, come on, man, you need to look at what you see and go with the facts. I admire you stand up for your guys and everything. Me, I say it like it is. You asked me the other day, did Fury cheat? And I said no. And I said, even if he cheated, great fighters will find a way to win. But then I'm here now and I'm telling you, what I'm saying, like I couldn't believe it, and it's unbelievable too. Like it's kind of genius, but it's dumb, but it's genius. Like if he's been doing this, and I get what you're saying. If I was a fighter, I would rather put my hands all the way in so I can feel better and punch better. But obviously, Fury has been doing this for years, and he's been doing this in training camps too.
What he's been doing, as far as I can see, is slap punching. Is it illegal? Yeah, I think it's illegal to hit with the inside of the glove, slap with the inside of the glove. I think that's illegal. But I don't know if it's considered to be the greatest violation. He's slick with it. He flips, he flops the wrist, he flips the wrist. He's got a lot of tricks. Listen, Fury is a man with a lot of tricks. Fury is a man with a lot of tricks. It's very simple. He's a man with a lot of tricks. However, what I see is a man who sometimes lines up his opponent with the inside of the glove, with a slap with the inside of the glove, like so. The inside of the left slaps and then while you're distracted by the slap, he comes over with the actual right hand, the proper punch. But he slaps with it. He slaps with the left. Slaps a lot with the left, not exclusively, but he slaps a lot with the left, and then as a distraction to come over with the right. Now, to think that you can fit a glove in this area, a fist, a balled up fist in this area, and that it's going to be effective, it just defies logic. It defies logic. But I will concede that picture, that previous picture, it looked weird. It looked bulky. It seemed to be bulk in this area of the glove when it should be just flat. Now look, that looked weird.
Yes, Rafi. So why else would that place be bulky though?
Well,
You're just refusing. You're just refusing to
me a
what
question. You refuse to give me the time to answer the question.
All right, go ahead.
So, like I said, it looked weird that there was bulk in that section. But on the one hand, on the other hand, it makes no sense to have a fist in that section. The hand is not protected in that area. There is no protection. So it makes no sense to have a fist in that area. So on the one hand, I concede it looks weird. On the other hand, it makes no physical sense. There is no protection for the hand in that area. There's simply none. Now, the worst case scenario is that he could be given a knuckle. If he could somehow manage to fit a fist in that area, which is incredibly unlikely, I can't see it myself, then maybe he's giving the opponent a knuckle rub on the head. Well, then that's going to affect his knuckles, because the knuckle by the fingers, the knuckle on the fingers have no protection. So it makes no sense to hit somebody with the knuckle on the fingers when you could just give them a slap. It makes no sense with the gloves on. It makes no sense. I concede it looks bulky, but then my logic is it makes no sense.
So, in your learned opinion, what do you think was making it look bulky?
I don't know.
That's it. Like you're refusing to admit what your eye is seeing.
I'm saying
there's no other reason that place would look bulky other than the fact that his fist was there. And then in the previous photo, you clearly saw his knuckle there around that same area.
Is it a knuckle or is it the fold in the hand? Is it?
No, that does not look like the fold. You know what? I need you to find a way to zoom in.
No, I can't.
I need you to find a way to get that photo, take a screenshot, and then zoom in.
I ain't doing all of that today. I ain't doing all of that today. Are you crazy?
Oh,
I'm gonna stop the show to go and get a picture and zoom in for your satisfaction. I ain't stopping the show to go.
I'm not saying you should do it right. I'm not saying you should do it right now. I'm saying whenever you're free, take a screenshot and zoom in and take a good look.
I will.
If you could get a magnifying glass,
yeah,
do that. You're gonna see what I see.
Yeah, I just see a crease. I just see a crease, man. It could be the fold in the hand or it could be the finger, but it would make no sense for it to be a finger. Makes no sense. At some point, you have to ask yourself, does something make sense or not? Does it make sense for a professional fighter to put his hands in danger? It makes no sense. It simply makes no sense, but I will concede I do see a bulge, and it's weird, and I can understand how people who have not gloved up and gone in the ring might think that the fist is there, but to anybody who's put on a pair of gloves and got in the ring, it makes zero sense.
Rafi, can I quickly get in there?
Yep.
Okay. The padding in most of these gloves, they're made out of either horsehair or foam.
Yeah.
And there's a mixture between the padding and foam in some of these gloves. I'm not an expert whatsoever.
Okay.
On gloves, but if there is horsehair in the gloves, then it does move around with the water and the sweat that's pouring into the glove.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So the bulk that you might see on the fingertip might just be the result of the moving of the horse here or and the form. Okay, so because you've already established that it doesn't make sense for you to make a fist with inside of the glove.
Yeah.
Because basically you're putting yourself at risk. Okay? But if you look at the punch that actually caused the damage to Wilder's ears, it came after a very stiff jab.
Yeah.
And Wilder didn't have the sense to use his feet to get away from the following right, because that's all Tyson Fury has had in his mind to do with Wilder since the first fight, was to connect with a stiff left and throw the right. Because he doesn't have any mobility, and if you, I think it was either I think it was the second round that he connected with that stiff jab that shook Wilder to his bones, because he wasn't expecting Fury to be connecting with such a stiff jab. And if you remember correctly, before the fight, I did contact with you, and I told you that the jab was going to be the key for Fury. Because I was expecting him to put a bit more, what I called at the time, a bit of jerk sauce on that jab. You understand me? That meaning throwing it with a bit more authority. Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he done. And he also connected with a very hard right as Wilder was dipping after Fury connected with that very stiff jab.
Yeah.
And that is where the bleeding in the ears came about. And if he could have done that with a clinch fist with inside of the glove, I mean, that's just defies sense to me. Because I mean, such a hard right, he broke in his hand on Wilder's head. Am I making sense?
Yeah. Like I said, I can't hear you the clearest, but yeah, I get the general gist of what you are saying. Thank you. Don ZB, come back in.
I see you're trying to make and it's funny.
Trying to make sense out of nothing. What do you mean nothing? You just told me to look. You told me there was something. Now it's nothing.
To be bragging right now of how he beat the biggest puncher in history, and how he's the A side, and he would give AJ 60-40. Come on now. Why is Fury quiet though?
What has he got to say? What's there to say? There's nothing to say. If he's innocent, there's nothing.
He's acting out of character right now, like he juiced up or something.
What you said before the fight, you said, "Look, he's all crazy at the last press conference. Look, he's all silent. He's all quiet. He's going to lose."
Yes, I said no.
He beat Anthony the living stuffing out of your pipe. Boy, it made him bleed out of his ears. When before the fight, he was, he's all quiet. Oh, he's quiet. He's not confident. He's going to lose. He's going to lose, and he knows he's going to lose.
Ralph.
Yeah.
He was only quiet in one press conference, and that was when I said he was looking nervous. But throughout the week, the week before the fight, he was back to his normal self. He was back to himself, being noisy, cocky, But right now, come on, man. We all know Fury should be out bragging right now. Okay. Let me make a prediction.
What's he got to brag about? He's got the belt. He's got the WBC belt, and he's
gonna brag that he beat the baddest puncher in boxing history, and he beat the guy AJ ducked, and he is the A side now. He calls all the shots. He will give AJ 70-30. I'm laughing at Eddie Hearns. He thought Wilder was difficult to deal with. Watch. If Fury comes out clean, and let's say Fury wins the third fight, watch. Fury is not fighting AJ for 50-50. Wilder would have fought AJ for 50-50. I bet you. If Fury beats Wilder fair and square for a third time, he's not fighting AJ for 50-50. If AJ does not accept 40, that fight would not happen. I guarantee you.
AJ should accept 40 from who?
I didn't say he should, but I'm telling you, Tyson Fury would say he's not fighting only if he gets 60-40. I'm telling you.
That is a load of nonsense. That is
really?
nonsense. That's the utter
Okay,
load.
watch. But I'm also about to make a prediction so that when it happens,
Anthony Joshua offered your boy 100 to 120 million, and Wilder ran away. Wilder ran away. Very, very simple. He ran away from the money because he knew what would happen. He knew if somebody stepped to him, he can't fight going backwards, and he would get slapped so hard his ears would bleed.
Yeah, you're right. He will get slapped with a fist.
Nobody slapped him. It makes no sense.
He will get slapped with a fist. But anyways, though, I'm about to predict. I predict Tyson Fury would fail a drug test. Okay. If he does fail a drug test.
Why are you guys such sore losers? Why are you such sore losers? You might
okay. When he fails the drug test, what you gonna do, Rafi?
I'm gonna be sitting here doing a live show. That's what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be right here laughing at you, man. On your show. On your show.
Oh my gosh. Don ZB bringing the jokes to the boxing talk with Rafi tonight. Madness. Complete and utter madness. Oh my gosh. OMG.
So the point I'm trying to make is Eddie Hearn is trying to make AJ versus Fury, and he thinks Fury will jump at 50-50. The only way I see Fury accepting 50-50 is if Bob Arum does the negotiating for him, and he has no say. But if Fury has a say, I guarantee you he's not going to accept 50-50 from AJ. Wilder had to give Fury 50-50 to make their fight work. Twice.
Wilder ain't Wilder ain't worth 50%, bro. 33 to 40 max.
What?
33 to 40 max. 40 is generous for that.
And Fury was worth what?
Fury's worth around 40% as well, but he might get a little bit more.
Are you talking about now or before he beat Wilder?
I'm talking about commercial value, bro. I'm talking
wait. I'm talking about before Fury and Wilder fought. Are you trying to tell me Fury had more commercial value?
What? They'd have to pay Fury. They'd have to pay Fury before.
No, Rafi. I'm trying to get something straight. No getting around the bush.
You can't tell me.
Before last month.
Yeah.
Between Wilder and Fury, who had the higher commercial value?
They're pretty sure. That's a tough one. They're kind of equal. They're kind of even.
So why would you say Wilder deserved 30 and Fury deserved 40?
Because that would be a domestic clash. That would be over here in the UK, and it's a massive fight in the UK.
But AJ fight, if AJ had fought Wilder, that would have made triple the money AJ versus Fury would have made. So why should Wilder take? You see what I keep talking about, man? Okay, can you tell me your simple reason? Because what you just said does not make sense. It doesn't make sense.
What's the question?
Why did Wilder? Okay, as of December 2019, why on earth you as Eddie Hearn, why would you offer Fury, who was the much smaller fight, 40% and offer Wilder 30%, who was the big fight?
I said 40% for both of them.
Nah, you said 30 to
No,
40.
I
For
said his
Wilder,
word.
man,
I said Fury's
you
word.
couldn't take it back.
I said
You couldn't take it back.
I said Wilder's like 30% to 33% to 40%, but he'd probably get 40. I mean,
Okay, and what about
Wilder.
Fury? Why didn't you mention 30 or 33%? You just went straight
because
you
Fury is
went
better,
straight
because
to 40.
Fury is better established. Fury is better established than Wilder.
How
Fury
is Fury how was Fury better established? How?
because he fought and beat Klitschko, the guy that
Nobody knew who
avoided. He fought and beat
Klitschko was.
avoided.
Yo, nobody knew who Klitschko was. Only Europe knew who
Boxing fans did.
Klitschko was.
Boxing fans did.
And boxing fans don't know Wilder.
You said nobody knows who Klitschko is, and I said boxing fans do.
Okay, and I'm asking you, so boxing fans did not or do not know Wilder?
Wilder was like an American, almost a secret in America. They just fought in America. He had no profile outside of the USA.
Who do you think made this fight big between Wilder and Fury? Why do you think the fight was successful?
Who made it big? They both did.
Okay, why do you think the fight was successful though?
Because they Fury's got a lot of hype over there. He went over to Saudi Arabia, got a lot of column inches over there, and so yeah, there was a lot of.
So are you trying to say Fury's bigger than?
You faded out. I'm not saying Fury's bigger than Wilder, but I'm saying that Fury played a key role in making that fight big. And also AJ played a massive role in making the fight big as well, because Wilder kept AJ's name in his mouth. So AJ became a involuntary, almost a spokesman by not even speaking, because Wilder keeps Joshua's name in his mouth so much. Wilder keeps Joshua's name in his mouth so much that
Ralphie, forget Joshua for now.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me when?
Okay, you're broken up there, bro. You're broken up there, so I can't hear what you're saying. But yeah, I think it was a combination of who made the fight big. Joshua made the fight big. Wilder made the fight big, and Fury made the fight big, because I mean, but they're basically fighting for. They're basically it was a what do you call it? It was an elimination fight to find out who got eliminated and who got moved on to the next stage. So at the moment, it's like yeah, like I said, it was an elimination fight. So Wilder got dropped out of the race. Fury stays in the race, and then.
But we weren't talking about.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. Okay, the chat is crazy. The chat is wild. It's going on live. It's crazy, yo. I can't hear Don ZB. He's there. I can see him, but I can't hear him. Why hate? There's no need for hate. We should celebrate. Boom. I just rhymed. Nobody knew Klitschko was, according to Don ZB. Don ZB's gone now. And yeah. Wilder did duck AJ. Of course he ducked AJ. She's biz up in the building. I'm seeing some very, very funny comments. Vincent Grant, do you want to say your last words, my friend? Do you want to say your last words?
No, you can hear me now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Enough respect to my brother Dan ZB, but you're clutching at straws.
Clutching at straws. Clutching at straws.
Yeah. I mean, Deontay's boxing nation, very good boxing champ. But when it comes to the politics of patriotism, Deontay Wilder, they lose their common sense.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder is a complete novice. And Tyson Fury took him to school and beat him.
Okay, Vincent Grant, I had to mute you there, my friend. We got that swirling sound. I appreciate you coming on. Much appreciation. Thank you very much for your contribution. And hopefully you get your sound issues sorted out real quick so we can hear you clearly. So once again, much thanks to Vincent Grant. And big thank you to Don ZB. He's one of the only LDBC people who have the minerals to step up in here on the Boxing Talk with Rafi. One of the very few, one of the only ones, Don ZB. Give it up for Don ZB. We don't agree on anything, but I give him credit for coming and, representing the other side. Like I said, we don't agree on nothing, almost nothing, but I do give him credit for having the minerals to come up in here and speak his piece. Yes, yes, yes. Where are we? Where we at? Okay, I want to make this clear to people. Keep your writing of a respectable nature. I don't want to see cursing in the chat. I'm trying to run a clean ship over here. I think I prefer when people use their intellect rather than, unbecoming terms. Yeah, trying to run a clean ship over here. Although I understand that emotions can run high, but consider the words. Yep. Monique says, great show tonight. Why, thank you very much, Monique. I only intended to spend like maybe a couple of hours, 2.5 at the most. But once again, we've gone into overtime. And that is largely due to my friend Don ZB. My friend from across the tracks. And much appreciation to Don for coming on and sharing his point of view. Much appreciated, Don. Much appreciated. Okay, so where are we at now? Where are we at now? The waters are muddy. The waters are muddy. The LDBC minerals don't have the LDBC generals don't have the minerals to step up in the real lands then. That's Boxing Talk with Rafi. They don't have the minerals to come do it. And it's a shame. It's a shame that the generals don't have the minerals. It's a crying shame. Okay. It's been 3 hours. We're 3 hours deep. I've gone way into overtime. But I got TTDs tomorrow. It's my day off, but I still got things to do. Yeah. Still got things to do, and you have been in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. It's been a good one. It's been an interesting one. It's been a crazy one. Where are we? But we got into it. We got all up into it. And I think, like Monique says, it has been a good one. Rue up in the building. It's the Smarty Jones. It's the last king of Scotland. It's the Mala. It's the Aaron Mason. It's the Afinua Oloso. No. The show is over. We ain't going no longer. Tune back in on Monday and Wednesday, 10 p.m. UK time. It's the Don ZB. It's the Conscious Thinker. It's the Pele Grosso. It's the Pablo Diablo. It's the Cal L. It's the last king of Scotland. It's the Monique. It's the Lisa Bayliss. And many more. You have been in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi, where we chopped up a whole bunch of ish. And hopefully we made the waters a little less muddy. Or maybe we made it a little bit more muddy. I don't know. But damn, this thing has become a saga. It's become a crazy saga. I thought I was wrapping it up tonight, but I don't think I've wrapped it up. I think there's still more unwrapping to do before we can wrap up. What a crazy ride. 2 lives in a day. Did a morning show and then the evening show. Crazy, yo. So, I don't know, man. This Tyson Fury thing and this Deontay Wilder thing, I don't know. It's crazy. And something tells me there's yet to be more twists in the story, more twists in the road. But whatever happens, you know you have a place that you can depend on to come to you, to bring to you the news as it happens. Verified news. And that is Boxing Talk with Rafi on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the videos. Everybody, a lot of people are behind. Check out the videos to stay updated. It's his Boxing Talk with Rafi. And it's been a good one. And there's, what else can I say? I'll say what I usually say. Have a great one. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great weekend, people. And I will see you back with Boxing Talk with Rafi as per usual. Monday and Wednesdays, 10 p.m. UK time. That's 5 hours ahead of Eastern time and 8 hours ahead of Western time. It's Boxing Talk with Rafi. Have a blessed weekend. Blessed. And I'm out.